Okay, so we've just come for our first little run. We've just come around to the airport, going out for Father's Day, something or another. This is a significantly different experience. This car has been refined greatly. The brakes are absolutely different. The pedal feel is different. The gearbox is so different. Sixth gear is almost down here. Like the sixth gear is not straight down anymore. Look where it goes. Like it goes that way. Like the gears are even closer. The short shift feels like it's shorter, but the refinement of the steering and the suspension, I don't know how they've done it. The car rides flatter, yet it is more responsive and more comfortable. It's far more linear, and it has less dive and less lift. Now that's not only because it's a new car. Like I remember they've got very little dive and lift, but with the big fat tires and profile, and the car feels like it's just more planted and flat. The steering is sharper. That's likely just a result of the tires being changed. Yeah, it's really a lot more refined, but it's so much easier to throw around than the other one. So for the same effort here, you're turning even more, which makes it even more maneuverable around the city and around tight little corners, and which makes me very, very happy. This is a significantly different car. I went around a few sharp corners fast. I'm talking about very sharp corners at 30 k's an hour, and the car was so flat. The back outside wheel would literally just come across like that. So this is a different car, a more refined car, and it's exploiting and showing us the full capability of the 2015 chassis, which is amazing. But just to feel it come so far in it's the same car. Like I don't know how they've done it. I can't wait to go into the car and probably literally not see anything that I can visually see that's different. But stunning. Very, very, very nice to drive. Like, I remember my first one when I got it, and yeah, it was great to drive, but this is fast. Like, this is faster. As in, the suspension is tuned in a way, it's putting down the power, even though it must be so minimal, right, that I can feel such a great difference. Like, it's just putting that little bit more power down with less dive and lift and roll. I don't think they fattened the sway bars, but I don't know what they've done with this car. It just feels so flat. Maybe it's just the wheels, but very, very surprised that, you know, I've heard from everyone on YouTube or whatever I've seen that it's the same car. They said they can't feel a difference. You immediately feel a difference. The minute you sit inside the vehicle, it's a more comfortable drive. I didn't think about that. What are the day running lights here? Is that on auto? Yeah, that's on auto, and they're parking lights. Right, so parking lights are dimmed. Auto is brighter. But yeah, we're very, I'm shocked. Like, I'm absolutely shocked at how smooth and linear they've made this. And even down gearing, I can down gear quicker. I can get through the gears quicker. And this is a brand new car. The whole car's just brand new. It's not really run in at all. Yet the way it went from third to fifth, it's just like click right over. It's exactly what we wanted, Subaru. Like, you know, it's exactly amazing. Like, amazing. Can't believe what they've done with this car. I've barely even driven it. I've just come around from over there down here. This is a very, very different car, so I'm pretty shocked actually. I didn't expect it to be this much better. Yeah, and I'm sort of thinking this isn't it's not really a dinosaur. Like, it's not a dinosaur. If you drive this new one, I mean, if I can change gears quicker than I did before, it's not a dinosaur, because it just, not that we're quicker than the DSGs, but it makes it so worthwhile that the manual is still available in these vehicles. So anyway, quieter, much quieter. The car is significantly quieter. Now, I didn't mention ever, I don't think, that my other one had multiple layers of underbody treatment on it, and that might explain why this car was more audible to me yesterday with the windows up. So I've got quite a few layers of underbody treatment on my other car, and I do that on every car I've got. And whenever I service, I just spray some underbody treatment, and it builds up and up in the hope of being like a Lexus. But yeah, this is great. It's great. It's boring to me, all this, because it's the same. Like, this is getting, like, my eyes are tired from this, particularly making YouTube videos and watching some of them back, like listening to myself and the same. Also, very interesting to note, they've switched these buttons around, which is quite good. So now this is the sunroof back, right? Before it used to be that one. But the fact that there's no lighting in them is absolutely just disgraceful. At night you fumble around for them, but now I won't. So now it's easier to put your fingers on them at night without lights, and to push this one in, and that closes the sunroof. I wonder if the US got them the other way around. It's not really a problem. All they got to do is make that plastic with different print, and the same buttons just reverse. So I would expect the US to have that there now, but before we had them this on this side, and it's much like having the volume over there in some cars. It doesn't work. So yeah, much smoother and quieter, flatter on the road. Definitely a different, more refined car. So I just cannot believe, like, I was led to believe on YouTube, because they look so credible, that the car's the same. And the brakes, that's one of the major differences in this car. I mean, they just wipe the speed off, not initially. Like, I had to actually slam them on a few times now just to get them going, because it's brand new, 48 Ks. But now that I did one, you know, like, the pedal is harder, it's firmer, it's deader, but once you get that squeeze on it, it comes alive and shears the speed off the car, wipes the speed right off without the body even reacting. Now, the other one was great. It was much like that. But you can feel these brakes are bigger. Definitely feel the brakes are bigger. Okay, so anyway, that's it. Speak later.
Jesse, why did you take your seatbelt off?